And we are live. Hello, hi, it is I, Agnes Eterna. Hello, I am late for this event. I am almost a week and a half late. GBG's fault. I don't have to. I don't have to explain myself. It's GBG's fault. It's always GBG's fault. I wanted to do this last week, like on Wednesday, but it's GBG's fault. So hey, we are here. I have played the first stage just to not miss on a whole week of the tokens. So yeah, hey. So okay, give me 1 sec to put this on Twitter. On Blue Sky. Boom. So hey. So shall we start? We have to. I don't have time. It's 3 days. 3 days, and I have to finish first. I have to start. I have to start reading this. At least reach MA 3 or no 4 or 5, and then I don't know if tomorrow. Probably not, because tomorrow I'm gonna be busy in the night. Or Saturday. If not, maybe I can change. I can change it. So yeah, but yeah, let's try to do half of this, and then I don't know, whatever. And then next week is gonna be free, because there's only going to be one Down for Your stream until the second part of Down for Your is up. So we're probably gonna play IS 6, because I have been. I was yesterday when I was watching Hero Mystics read through of Iliad, and damn, it goes hard. But yeah, I needed something to do while I was listening, because I cannot concentrate in doing in drawing or in doing something important while I was doing that. So I just played IS, and look at this. Yay! It's it's literally the third time that I play this IS 6. So so first of all, before we start, let's roll for Titi. Only golden, and it's the last one. Yeah, Perfumer. The bad thing that I heard about Perfumer Alter is that she's a better healer than Quercus, but she's not the only thing that the regular Perfumer had that made her special. That was the global healing. She did it. This Perfumer Alter had none of that. But hey, Kato, Rat, Myrtle, Indigo, nice. Humus. Show. Nice. はじめまして、ドクター。 Meteor, and this is a 6-star. But okay, I guess. I mean, she's maxed, so, and I've been using her for IS, so great, I guess, I suppose. And Vivi has another module. And this one is really weird because she finally has 2 stacks of shield and a lot more of a 7% more chance to get one shield. So amazing, awesome. It's not burn. Elemental damage as burn, but with this, we can truly become a niche that nobody else has. This is the slow hitter staller, and it doesn't even have to be that slow hitter. What's the duration of this? 40 seconds. No. 15 seconds. For 15 seconds, she can practically. If the enemy only hits once per hit, yeah. Vivi can hold for a long time. And with 2 stacks, even better, even longer. She can even. She has the probability of holding 2 rotations of the skill. So it is a good skill, not as good as the unforeseeable as a damager module, but hey. And you have to defeat Laskeshik Tola. Ooh, that's good. But we're not hit for that. We're hit for Titi. Start. Cross the flowing river. Huh. So let me check first if my microphone is working correctly. Okay, so everything is working all right. And so, Crusader, the singer of epics, the gentlest hero of Agamemnon, hung her harp upon the branches of the laurel tree. Its body made from the tallest firs atop Mount Himnoi, its strings made from the bravest sporting beast that roamed the Agnes plains. When it played, all things in the land of heroes sang together, riding upon the winds in freedom. Now Crusader hangs her harp by the laurels. The Outlanders have come from afar, said Crusader, clutching her knife tightly. They trample our lands, set fire to our homes, and let the rivers cease their peaceful flow. And they command all things, so sing for them. This alone wrenches my heart. My heart sings only the tales of the heroes. ¿Qué espera ella? Greek mythos. While there is no specific mention in the records, historians generally agree that Parishamala most favored Asenius out of the three Greek nomadic cities that Sargon built for Minos. Sargonian and Minoan engineers took great pains to preserve its signature feature at the mountain Rimet Garden, when it was moved to a nomadic platform. Today, you will see the same mountains and rivers as Kereseira once did, upon entering Asenius through the mountain pass that Padishamala made it a point to preserve. This is a road that I highly recommend my readers. Oh, shut up! Just look at where your stupid book has led us. And this big, heavy piece of stupid crap we have to carry, just the two of us. Take it easy, calm down, no hitting. Like it wasn't tiring enough after walking for days on end. You want to talk, girl? Why did you decide on a whim to travel separately from the group? I will be lying in the Athenian flower fields and drinking floral liquor by now, if it wasn't for you. It wasn't on a whim. I told you, my father uses to tell stories about a place called Minos on the other side of the Agnes River. Stories that left a deep impression on me. And I told you it was an invaluable opportunity for diplomacy with Minos. I wanted to go to Athens via Kereseira all route and experience history. You didn't have to experience history with this thing! It's gonna be, what, over 50 kilos? Just the two of us to carry it? Are you trying to experience the Janese idiom where you beat a bundle of logs to beg forgiveness? It's a bundle of songs. The Janese wouldn't appreciate you rewriting their idioms. That's not the point. Have you got anything in the schools of yours besides history books? Alright, no hitting. I wasn't comfortable letting someone else handle it. This is the most valuable items in the Varyavandavat Museum collection. This sounds indie in root, this word? At least Varya. And Vandavat sounds like I don't know, Persian? Farsi? I have no idea. I'm just spouting nonsense. An important relic to both Sargon and Minos. We came all this way to give it back to the Minoans, to build a new era of friendship between the two nations. So you haven't forgotten your mission. Yay. Clap, clap. You are lost. You are late. And you have missed your appointment with the Astronomos of Athenius. Medjehtiqedti Messiah. The rest of the mission should be in the city by now, using the normal route. I'm sure Benui will explain to the Astronomos. Benui? That noble who thinks his scat smells like roses? Are you just acting dumb, or are you actually that dumb? Did you see that look on his face when he learned he was gonna be your assistant in the mission? It's like you have stolen 50 cards of pure gold from him. No, Benui is a very nice man. Taking on such an important mission so soon after I became the curator of the Varyavandavat Museum made me... Anyway, Benui helped a lot on this journey. Fine, suit yourself. I'm just tagging along as a tourist. Let's get going before we collapse on exhaustion. Yes. See, we're almost there. Look. Ooh. A temple, amphitheater, a lake, a port, maybe? This looks like some important buildings of the city. So I have played a lot of the city builders that are like ancient Rome or ancient Greece or such. And this looks amazing, being a mix of modern architecture and also using the classical Greek architecture for the more monumentality of the whole place. Look, even an aqueduct. And I know that Haimao and the I don't know if the main what's the name chief of art I don't know is Haimao is an architect. The chief of art I have no idea. But if Haimao is an architect, then he probably has a lot to say when it comes to this kind of uh, planes. Wow, I've read a lot about Arsenius, but to actually find myself here, I see fields of flowers, floral liquor, and flower cakes. We're saved! Minos, the land of 1,000 polis, separated from Sargon by a river. Here is Athenius, the first polis, the mountain rimmed garden. As a city that Titi has only ever known through historical records reveals itself, she lays eyes on a scene very different from the sands of Sargon. White walls, green fields, rivers weaving their way through the mountains. Strange temples unabashedly announcing themselves on the mountaintops and beside the rivers. If heroic epics are the rain that nourishes Minos, then these temples are the mushroom that grow afterwards. No wonder this land has birthed so many famous plays, philosophers' stories, and legends which not even the sands could bury. Hey, why are you pushing me? I haven't even caught my breath yet. For days, Titi has been placating her beast aristocrat companion, trying to wear a mask of calm for this journey. Now, though, she's even more eager than me to get into the city. You see the ferry crossing down there? We are not really in the city till we cross over. Hurry, now! Oi! What happened to my throat? Okay, should I help? The river is freezing. I see the ice floating on it. But all you have is an oar. Ooh, just sit tight, Isakos. Just sit tight, Itacos. My luggage is not heavy. I can walk on my own. Let me ferry you for a little bit, and there's little else I can do for you. It's been 2 years since you experienced divine revelation, since our meeting. You taught us the knowledge you brought from the cities. Built a village on the marsh that the Sargonians wouldn't bother with, farming the paddy fields and fending off the cold. We lived together. We were family. For the past 2 years, I've been trying to figure out why divine revelation led me here. Now I understand. The Sargonians will appear in the river banks nearby. I can reach the place quickly by following this river out of the marshes. I see. Do you believe that the guerrillas can defeat the Sargonians? Even though we have been losing for a century? Mm-hmm. I haven't received any divine revelations, and I can tell the future. I can even live with you. But I will promise what I can. I'll protect our village, our houses, our farms and flower beds. Perhaps we can go to Athenius, where you came from, once you're victorious. I'll still be a ferryman, ferrying you to your workplace at the temple on the other side of the city as the sun shines upon the Delphi Canal. I've been imagining this scene ever since you described it to me. Are you listening, Isakos? Minos is in for a cold winter this year, brother. Hmm. Hmm. The ferryman shakes his head. What was his response to Hitakos? For many years, he still could not remember. There you are, Master Santos. You're 10 minutes late. I've never been late before, Lycaon. This is the first time. Hmm. Bishonen. I, s- I saw your shit on the shore. I thought you might have dropped it yesterday when you left, or as if might have stolen it, only to decide it was too old and ragged to keep. Little could I imagine that you had gone for a morning swim. So, out of habit, I folded and stowed your shit on. You cannot reproach me for it, for you had not informed me of your schedule. It is I who should reproach you, for the doctor has warned you to be careful. Thank you, Lycaon. Over the years, I have taught you how to fight and ferry, and you have handled my daily needs wholeheartedly. I am not reproaching you. I simply have to leave early today, so tardiness weighs heavily on my mind. You are changing the topic again. Wait, are you going to the cemetery to visit? Isagos, my friend. He was only your age when we bid farewell. I never saw him again. I should say some words of comfort, but I find them beyond my ability. You should stay with your abilities. It's rarely your place to go beyond them. The fruit farmers and workers at the first temple have been in conflict over both assignments for days. They are asking the dog master, me, to arbitrate. This is what we should be putting our minds to. Let's go to the main crossing. It will be a busy day. One moment, Master Santos. The Astina must request your presence at the secondary crossing today to repair the boats that have broken down. No one in Asenius uses the word priority more than Lydia. What else did she say? Nothing. Is the Sargonian mission due to arrive today? I think so. Should I be grateful or angry that Lydia still remembers me? She should pull all the teeth out of my oars, or simply throw me in jail, so that I never get a chance to meet the Sargonian envoys coming to visit their old stomping grounds. Excuse me, can we get right across? Too many people at the other crossings, we'll be late. Damn! She looks sharp as fuck. You say your ambassador has been delayed by certain circumstances? I mean, no offense, as that is precisely the case. I beg your understanding, Asinomos. The Minon vistas are beautiful, while Her Excellency is young and curious. She's bound to commit some youthful indiscretions. I say again, as Deputy Chief on mission, and as the man invested with the titles of the ancient and exalted Sargonian House of Enshipa, I am equally empowered to act on the Empire's behalf. Of course, I have the utmost confidence in you, Kyrios Benoe. When did the Athenians intend to hold the ceremony then? What ceremony? The exchange ceremony. Our two nations formally established diplomatic relations at the beginning of this year. As part of our cultural exchange, we are repatriating our relics of Kereseira, the founding hero of Minos, to Athenius. In exchange, we will receive the technical legacy that the Sargonians left behind during the construction of Athenius, Corinia, and Lacedaemon. Surely you have not forgotten, honored Astinamos? Of course not, Your Excellency. We stand now in the Astinamos office instead of elsewhere, because of the non-aggression pact that was signed following the last major battle between our two nations in the Minon borderlands. Sorry, I have been rather overworked lately. I'm sure you saw the vast construction sites and passionate craftsmen as you passed by the Agora by the river when you entered the city. Yes. It's the rebuilding of the first temple. 1 in 5 Athenians are involved in the project. The first temple? As you said yourself, Cresseira is the founding hero of Minos. Perhaps you've heard of her deeds. At the very beginning, she led refugees from scattered tribes out of war and plague, and brought them to their garden encircled by mountains. Those who followed Cresseira built the first temple of Minos here, and thus began the bloodline of heroes. After that came Athenius and the land of thousand polys. That first temple was lost to the fires of war. Now it is being rebuilt by the people of Athenians themselves. I'm sure the significance is not lost on you. I understand. To obtain the stone needed to rebuild the temple, however, we have kept Athenius by Mount Hypnoi for an entire week. And it's apple season. Fresh apples need to be ferried out through the crossings, while unripe fruits need plenty of sunlight. The quality of the apples will be compromised if the city does not move to an area with more sunlight soon. I'm sure you saw the fruit farmers gather at the crossing. Yes, I did. The people need to commemorate their heroes. The farmers need to ensure that their harvest is not ruined. You understand that Anastinous does not have that much power in the Minoan administrative system. I need the priest's approval for everything. The priest's approval for everything. I confess that I'm rather overwhelmed right now. Perhaps looking for excuses has eaten up too much of your time. Your Excellency may not understand. I am of the younger generation myself. At a time when all the Central powers are actively seeking change, I believe smaller nations like ours must keep up with the times. The exchange of Cresseira relics for the data from the three polis has been at least 6 months in the making. It is an honor to play a small part in facilitating the new friendship between Sargon and Minos after years of conflict. We'll see about that. I suggest you and your mission take some time to see the city. The Athenian sites are spectacular, and I'm sure you'll find it well worth your time. Perhaps you could even visit the site of the first temple rebuilding. After all, it is Cresseira's relics that you are returning. Maybe this was ordained by fate. Minoans love drama and philosophy. We enjoy the rigor of preparation and logical deduction, but we also hope for pleasant surprises. As for the exchange, we will hold a formal ceremony in a couple of days. By Minoan tradition, ceremonial occasions begin with a play directed by the priests, imploring the heroes to bless the occasion and ensure that everything goes smoothly. However, Athenius created the post of the Astronomos 2 years ago to reduce the burden of the priest and simplify procedures. Therefore, I have already assigned someone to begin preparations. My trusty aide and Grammateus here will make comprehensive arrangements for you during your stay. Seek him out if you have any issues. Hecademos! But wink. Here. Hecademos, nobody of Minos, the blaring megaphone at your service during working hours. I have no use for some pretty boy. Oh, you don't know the Minoan traditions, man. I mean, it's been a long journey and I am tired. I will wait at the hotel until arrangements for the exchange ceremony are made. So visiting the first temple rebuilding site, I will leave the opportunity to Her Excellency the Ambassador. She is a museologist full of energy. I'm sure she'll be interested, very interested. I see. I will have Hecademos speak to Ambassador Medjehtiqedti directly. I look forward to what pleasant surprise you have to offer, Astinopus. But I hope I don't learn you're stalling for time or hide some ulterior motive. I could say the same to you, Kyrios Benoi. Look out the window. The morning mist on the Delphi Canal is just beginning to dissipate. This peace wasn't easy to win. I hope we can all be honest with each other. What a shame that I didn't have the opportunity to see Kyria Mashire today. Young and promising, yet mercurial. What is she like? What is Titi doing? Mio. Oh, please. You have only just put one foot on the boat. Look at you. Look at you. It's steeping. It's about It's supposed to do that. Didn't you say you signed it up for the Yacht Club when you studied in Max DC? I was too busy with my studies. Most of my time was spent in the restoration room or at archaeological sites. I only ended up going there twice. So you are from Colombia? I had thought by your garb that you were. Master Santos? What? She's both sick. A rare occurrence. I'm not. My legs are just tired from the walking and buckle a little. What do we do? Take the luggage into the boat. I'll go and get something. Take her into the cabin. The waves are not strong today and the boat should sail steady. The Delphi Canal treats those with good intentions kindly. We'll go to the main crossing once we have delivered her, to see that Sargonian ambassador. Can't let Destino's heads up go to waste, can we? I'll come with you, Master Santos. I must keep an eye on you. Bring the passenger's luggage first. They weren't listening to me. You're missing the point. They got a vendetta against you. It's not too late to switch your nationality to Colombian. Don't! Please be careful, this is very important. Hey, you! Forget it. Let's get on the boat. It's really heavy. What is it? It's more figurines from Rankwood that we're planning to sell here. We haven't got the ones from the latest hit. Lead the bond. Oh. But there are no cinemas in Asenius. That's the point. You want to sell shoes? You do it in a country where everybody's barefoot. Did you say the Delphi Canal will treat those with good intentions kindly, Master Ferryman? Me is hilarious. The source of the Delphi River is on Mount Hypnoid, flowing through the plains between the Minos mountains, past the former sites of Athenius and Corinthia, from before they became nomadic cities. It helped our warriors fend off the iron hoofs of the Targonian raiders. It has been turned into a canal now, but it continues to nurture singers and debaters and the culture of Minos. And yes, the Delphi Canal will treat those with good intentions kindly, except Sargonians. Perhaps there are Sargonians who understand and love Minoan culture. The last Sargonian who introduced herself with those words was the sister of the Shahanshah, Mala, queen of the far shore. She burned every Minoan city but the three poleis to the ground, closed the temples, banned the place, imported Sargonians, and assimilated Minoan culture in every way possible. She brought the darkest age upon her country. She showed her understanding and love by bleeding the heroic blood of Minos dry. Is this ambassador from far away another shameless noble who seeks to be the next queen of the far shore by trampling Minos underfoot? Listen. Is it tipping again? Yeah. Help. Never mind all that. Have an apple. It will settle your stomach. So you had gone to get an apple? So thanks. Keep your eyes closed and don't look at the water. You'll feel better that way. I'll be fine. I want to see it. Leaning against the side of the boat, Titi forces her eyes open. The sun is hanging high above. The morning mist of the Delphi Canal in autumn has completely dissipated, and the last cool touch of the wind brushes against her cheeks. I know the blade of vengeance and the decapitation of the conqueror core seams of Minoan drama, but I've seen more thought-provoking expressions as well. I will see each and every one clearly with my own eyes. I came to Athens to... To what? look there. Even though I feel like I'm gonna throw up all my internal organs, I still... This river and this city, they are so beautiful. I think I love this place. I am honored to hear you say as much. We're here. I wish you a joyful and safe trip in Minos. So, the tutorial. When in Minos do as the Minos do. Operator's skill speed cost increased. Okay, let's do the tutorial because I did it last week and I forgot what the hell is. Do we have to do? When in Minos, do as the Minos. Tanan. Welcome to Athenius. The city welcomes one and all, no matter where you hail from. Minoans love theater and can often be found reenacting heroic epics on the streets. Their passion may run a little hot, but you're always welcome to join the fun. Do I have to join too? I don't know what to do. I seem to need more speed to cast my skill. Hey, you're too reserved. Since you're still a stranger to the theater, well, try filling the flowers fonts with water and immerse yourself in the fragrance. No hills activate the waterways and refill the fountain pools. What a splendid design! Let me try! Oh. Ah! Heading aside, you can also have the apprentice priest fill up the fountain pools. They are busy enough as is, so if you wish for their help, you have to be smart about it. What? Once all connected fountain pools are full, adjacent tiles will be affected by a flower fragrance. Units on these tiles will be immersed in the street blaze, and the status lasts for a short while, even after leaving affected tiles. Enemies in this immersed state will have reduced hit rate and movement speed, and some enemies will suffer extra special effects. Meanwhile, operators in immersed state will gain increased SP recovery, so be sure to enjoy Minos perfumes and epics together. Let's do this. Boom. How satisfying! How satisfying! Ah! Is that one stone pillar capital really flying? Oh, I see. You're fully immersed in Athenian fragrances. Once the method on the lower left of an operator is full, illusions will appear, and only immersed operators can attack them. Don't worry, they are just mirages. However not, and you shall be safe from harm. Soga. Area can only disperses after a certain number of attacks. Oh, okay. So nothing too important. I should have point. For the top. Go. Nice. Tutorial done. Wonderful. Man, E2, Destiny End. Oh, wait. MA1, working hours. The temple is nearing completion. The priests are always busy while the mountain lingering old dreams. story before. We're here for the story, not for the gameplay. The gameplay is fine. My gameplay is fine. I'm not a noob. But we're not here for the gameplay. And yes, maybe we're here for the gameplay. Not now. I've been dreaming about the gorillas again, Cassandra. Ooh! This is the third time you have come to Endymion Temple to ask for a dream reading, Megas. You still dream of that night 7 years ago? Yes. We hid in the forest on the dark night. The Sargonians surrounded the wood, hunting for us. We could not make a sound, let alone risk a light. We have to disassemble our weapon in pitch darkness. Screws, springs, originium components. I tied the parts of my arts units to my clothes and shoes, disguised as accessories. The fear had me so cold that I didn't notice when an originium component had cut my palm open. I thought the wet stuff was sweat. When the sun rose, we walked past the Sargonians, disguised as lumberjacks from a nearby village, about a dozen in total. We'd be dead if they saw through our disguise. The sized us up. For a moment there, I thought the game was up. In my panic, I tripped over the tree root and plunged into the mud face first. The Sargonian laughed and rapped on my shoulder with the hilt of his sword, disdainfully. But I was happy. I knew we were safe. I kept dreaming about it. Do you think? You want to know if it is a divine revelation? Last year I saw with my own eyes how the heroes spoke their will through you on the Agora. You are the speaker of the heroes of Minos, and the only priest in Asenius who can tell a divine revelation from a normal dream. If the gods will that I take up arms again, then I will, no matter how much I fear. Please sit down, your legs are trembling and your face is pale. The heroes of Minos will not force their children back into a nightmare when they have already seen far too much of the horrors of war. You mean? I think you have misinterpreted Revelation. Wisdom and courage shine upon you and your friends in place of the twin moons who closed their eyes and delivered you in the morn, just as you woke up from the dream to greet the beautiful Athenian dawn. The virtues of the heroes should be praised, but the pain that has lingered for 7 years has blinded you to the beautiful fruit that has ripened on the branches of fate. Pick it, for it is the hero's blessing upon you. A blessing? On an ordinary Minon like me? Our gods and heroes were once ordinary Minoans. Thank you, Cassandra. I'm beginning to understand. Whew. I have come to relieve you, Cassandra. It's already time. So many visitors to the temple today. Look at this tide. You have so much on your plate, not just with visitors to Endymion Temple, but also acting on behalf of the head priestess of the Crusader's First Temple in administrative duties while the position remains vacant. There's no need to worry about me, Folia. It is my calling to interpret Revelation and speak on behalf of the gods. So, you should know better than I do that the man's dream was mundane, not a divine revelation. To use more Columbian words, he may have post-traumatic stress disorder. I know. Why don't you tell him? Divine revelation should be an honor for any Minon, but there were only shame and fear in his eyes. He wants to receive guidance from the gods, but he fears that the nightmare is truly a revelation. That's why. Soft voice. Soft. Soft white voice. Wise voice. Okay, let's try again. He wants to receive guidance from the gods, but he fears that the nightmare is truly a revelation that he cannot refuse. If he believes in my interpretation more than he believes in himself, then I have a responsibility to make his life a little easier, if nothing else. I'll prepare some herbal tea with a soothing effect for him, and ask a doctor to follow up. You have the afternoon off, don't you? You should stop spending it on the temple and focus on yourself. Thank you, Folia. You take so much weight off my... Thank you, Folia. You take so much weight off my shoulders. I don't know why I did it twice. That I went from Folia's voice to a deep female voice. Well, female sounding. I don't know if it's good enough, but I'm so very sorry, Hecademos. I just head off as soon as I reach the hotel. I didn't realize that would make you wait for a full 3 hours. There's no need to worry, Kiriamashayar. Waiting is part of the job for the Astinomos Grammateus. You still look weak. Are you sure you want to visit the first temple right now? You can rest a little longer. Yes, I'm sure. If anything will bring me back to full strength right now, it's Kireseira's first temple. I understand the original site of the temple was where Kireseira, the founding hero of Minos, first received divine revelation in the mountains. The first temple that she built became the genesis of Minos. When Sargon invaded Minos, they rebuilt the 3 great polis as nomadic cities, but Kireseira's war-torn first temple remained where it was. Now, after a century, Hasenes rebuilt this temple, giving me the opportunity to see the historical building in its original form. This is incredibly exciting. You're surprisingly well-versed in Minoan history, and surprisingly honest. Unfortunately, the original plans of the first temple have been lost, and thus cannot be perfectly recreated. However, there's quite a bit of classical tradition in the way that they are building the temple. What do you mean? To revive the Minoan spirit, we must emulate the heroes who built Athenius and built the temple of our own accord. Before the referendum took place, these words by the original proponent moved everyone's hearts, and the vote on the building temple passed almost unanimously. No engineering blueprint, no staffing. Kireseira's first temple shall be built through the passion of Minoan people and the veneration of the heroes that flows in their veins. Wow! A living example of the Minoan spontaneousness that has driven so much artistic achievement. Thank you. I hope it's completed soon. Rebuilding in the classical style. How interesting. The proponent of the rebuilding must be an ambitious hero beloved by the people. How can I describe that for the lady? Why is he taking so much time to think? Did you ask a question you shouldn't have? Even if I did, I'm sure Hecademos won't mind. He looks so nice after all. Maybe he's choosing his words carefully with the Minoan love of poetry. Give me 3 seconds, Kiriamashayar. Oh, okay. 3, 2, 1. Alright. You thought of the answer? No, it's not 5 o'clock and my shift is over. Man. I'll answer your questions tomorrow when I'm back at work. Enjoy your visit. But we aren't even at the first temple yet. See those scaffolds? This street is a stone's throw from the main entrance of the temple. I'm sure you can find your own way. Wait! Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a drinking engagement with a friend. He'll kill me if I'm late. Goodbye! That's what happens when you trust a twink fuckboy. You know, I was worried that the Astinomos Grammateus will take me around to see mundane tourist sites, leaving me with nothing to talk about when we get back. You got a way of smoothing things over for people, you know that? You know that? If you ask me, I think the differential looking livery kid just enjoyed a 3-hour break. Well, no need to complain. There's plenty of time. Let's check out the surrounding area. This is the land of heroes after all. We will walk out the door and straight into a heroic epic. I knew it! You came looking for adventure! Rats, I came to you when I left the Grand Bazaar because I wanted a sugar mommy with money. Little did I know you were such a troublemaker. This man is a mood man. Cat. Beast. Beast aristocrat. It's a mood. And there she goes. Hey, wait for me! Hey, wait for me! Lycaon. Could you? Keep your distance. That's no way to treat your old press school classmate. I remember you were more passionate back when we participated in debate competitions at Terra's temple. Quiet down already, Lotmouth. Looks like you know that I come to debate you. Don't worry, if you lose, I'll sing your defeat through a megaphone in a standard hexameter. Besides, you're the one who gave me the nickname Blaring Megaphone. In return, I called you Eloquent Rock, Blaring Megaphone. So glad that you agree that in the battles of here, we're saved. Come with me. The apple farmers are making a scene in the temple, saying that the construction workers are delaying the garden to ruin this year's harvest by keeping the apples from sunlight. What about Pallas? The people may have chosen to build the temple of their own accord, but she was the initial proponent. Oh, so now it makes sense why Hecademus was thinking so much, was ruminating that much. Why don't you talk to her to resolve your disputes? Pallas has been crazy busy lately. No one's seen her since last night. Maybe someone else needed her. When people heard about it, they were all excited to emulate the heroes involved in the temple, doing as much as or as little work as anyone had time for. Are you sure she's not, I don't know, in a janitor's closet banging that sarcastic boyfriend of hers? Who could have thought that things would get so chaotic, even delaying the city's movie to send her climbs? Please find us a solution through debate, or at least find us a loser. I guess the two of us in a room naturally drives people to think of debate. That's why I said, keep your distance and keep quiet. How was I supposed to know? Just because you're smart doesn't mean you should skip the explanation and go straight to the conclusion. Actually, no, that's right. That's not right. I did come to debate you. Everything works out. I'm busy. Oh, it was the same excuse after all these years. How on earth did you win the debate championship with such a blunt tongue? Thank you. You're one model your way out of this. For years, you have been running before I can finish the word debate. Don't forget that it is still a competition we haven't settled. Come on, who are you arguing for? The fruit farmers or the temple workers? You've known me long enough to know that I don't lie. I'm going to the new Arifati clinic to get medicine. Can you move? What? What? Arifati medicine? Didn't he pick up some last Wednesday? Is he getting worse? I need to find out. Hey, don't go! The fruit farmers and our guys are about to come to blows. Who's gonna solve our problem? We can just pull some random soul off the street. There's your random soul. Look, Mio, so many people here in the temple. Those Athenians are really excited to rebuild it. I feel like yawning in myself. Excuse me, sir? Are you looking for someone to help? Think carefully about the position of medic and defenders operators. After. Okay, give me a second. Okay. I need some coffee. Well, anyways. Are you moving or not? No! Are you moving or not? No! What passionate debate? I can feel the heroic blood in their voices. But they are not actually saying anything. They're just yelling at the top of their lungs. I don't even know what they are saying. The dispute over a tenuous road has been brewing between the fruit farmers and the temple builders for ages. Embarrassing, really, to make a random tourist off the street try to solve our dispute. Heck, even I couldn't tell half of what they are saying. You said you wanted to know what they are saying? Start looking for trouble, Titi. This random tourist off the street has an idea. Hey, don't just wander in there. Things could get rough. The craftsman rep and the militiaman arguing on behalf of the fruit farmers are not budging in the slightest, their faces red with anger. They fail to notice the pair of pointy black ears poking out from beneath the stone table. The tiny feline girl leaps out and grabs their hands with a grin, bringing them together in a handshake. Caught off guard, the two reps lose their balance and tumble into the stone table, staring at the young intruder. Hey, who brought this girl to the temple? This is no place for children. See, you're unreasonable. Living adult land is embarrassed. You're a disgrace to Athenians. Stop adding fuel to the fire. Listen, girl, this is Milan business. We don't need some foreigner telling us how to make up. Who said anything about making up? Huh? The only way to solve a problem is to face it directly. How long do you think the pace will last, even you've made up here and now? Besides, winning Minos, do as the Minos do. The heroic epics and fantastical stories of Minos are full of ancient wisdom. You don't need me to tell you how to solve your problems. Let's say the mention of Heracles, the greatest Minoan warrior, sent enemies fleeing in terror. But he never raised a hand against his fellow Minoans. If someone insulted him, he would challenge them to arm wrestling. Still with a contest of strength, eh? Sounds good! Spare us a sore throat. I'm not that yet. There is another legend about a silent hero who was once a bold and passionate youth, surrounded by flowers and adoration. As fate will have it, he learned a forbidden secret, knowledge that no one should possess, so he kept silent for 30 years. Wait, we know the legend of Heracles, but who is this silent hero? Did you just make him up on the spot? Oh, it's a Minoan tale that my father used to tell me. It's rather obscure, but it's a really good parable. Anyway, I propose that you follow the footsteps of ancient Minoans and settle this with an arm wrestling match. But you do an extra condition. You only get to talk if you win, no matter how pissed you might be. Never heard that rule before. Are you poor with words or weak of limb? Enough talk. Let's do it. Debating. Go Titi. Alright, inaugural first temple arm wrestling tournament is on. Ready, set, go! Well. The militiaman looks lean, but he's got a skill. He takes round one when the big guys lose his focus for a second. You! Shut it! Lose doesn't get to talk. New apples can get out without all the sun piled up at the crossing. The orchards are all in the mountain shadow and the apples that haven't ripened it yet. Don't get any sun. The whole harvest is going to the dumps at his right. 1-0. Round 2. Hey, all those muscles ain't for nothing. Looks like hauling marble is good exercise. We can move the stone until the apples are out of the way. Besides, the building of the first temple was inspired by the Minoan heroes. Who's gonna take responsibility if the work's delayed? You? 1-1. Next. Apple harvesting and hauling a stone. I see. Minos, sure, that's fun to watch. But things will get less interesting when they start getting tired. Hey, why is this up? I realize their lesson isn't about determining a victor, but giving them an opportunity to hear each other out. When you're angry, your ears will stop working, and even simple things become complicated, much less long-standing disputes. You're more thoughtful than you look. But how do you solve the core problem now that you got an emotion out of the way? Looks like a draw. Young lady. Call me Titi. It's not like we screwed the fruit farmers on purpose, Titi. We got a lot of hands in the building, but they only quarry stone when they please. Where they please. I brought 15 tons of marble down by the mountain by myself yesterday, and it is still far from enough. Look, we understand, but the apples don't care. Increasing quarrying efficiency while getting enough sun for the apples. Why don't we meet in the middle then? What do you mean? Just remove the peak that's blocking the sunlight. What? Some middle! This is the craziest thing I ever heard! It is intriguing though. Out of personal curiosity, I studied the urban planning and natural environment of Athenians on my way here. The peak that's in the way of the sunlight is only a secondary peak, with soft soil at the top and a large marble layer underneath. It will make an excellent quarry. You mean we can get sunlight to the orchards by living at the peak, without having to change the city's route? Is that even possible? The fruit farmers must join the quarriers. Adding more hands is the quickest way to increase efficiency. We also need to get the craftsmen scattered across the mountains together. If you can carry 15 tons of marble all day all by yourself, the level at the peak is nothing impossible. The rebuilding of the temple was the collective decision of the citizens of Athens. We certainly would complain, even we can solve the sunlight problem at the same time. I'll go talk to the farmers. Problem solved. All thanks to you, Titi. Don't mention it. It looks amazing, even if in its incomplete state. Now I'm even more curious about the one running this project. Speaking of which, we still have a problem. What is it? The original proponent of the first temple project, Pallas, went missing last night. Eh? Our joy was for both of us, but now eternal peace is yours alone. The breeze and the mountains of Heria and the rivers of the Agnes plains shall shine in your eyes no more. Neither shall my heart know the tranquility of night and the leisure of day again. It's been 7 years, Isakos, my old friend. The tall warrior places the cyclamen flowers before the white grape maker. His movements are light and gentle, but several white petals still fall upon the ground. You are late. I'm simply passing through, on my way to a boarding beast ranch with a view. You can find all the excuses you want, but you know you can let it go. Neither can I. You haven't once visited the Endymion Temple in your 5 years in Athenius. The first and last time you came was when you brought Isakos bloody chiton. I don't need the guidance of the heroes. But you continue to dream the same dream. You blame yourself for sending Isakos across the river to the battle where he died. The river runs only in my dreams now, since the Sargonians built a dam upstream. I brought the melting snow from Heria's peaks to my homeland, and it brought him. Isakos was one of the few true friends they had, one who was never concerned for who I am or what I can do. His family was tormented by the fires of war, and his father lived most of his life as a broken man. But he will not accept the same fate. His eyes were bright and eager when he received divine revelation. Whatever the outcome, he found a friend and a brother in you. Did he ever visit you in your dreams, telling you not to mock him anymore? It's your place to interpret dreams, and mine to mourn and remember. I will soothe my rage in my own way. The war is over. Sargon has signed a non-aggression pact with us, and this visit by the Sargonian mission is a symbol of a new relationship. I know that. Lydia made a point to put me in my place. The first Astinomos in Athenian history, elected by popular vote, empowered to handle diplomatic matters and certain public issues independent of the council and the priests. She's caused you a fair share of trouble, hasn't she? Endymion Temple has not been affected yet, but some fringe clerics at the role center of the temples are being marginalized. Besides, Kereseira's first temple is nearing completion. There should be a ceremonial play organized by the priest to call the spirit of Kereseira into the temple and grant Minos her protection. Now, the play is being organized by the Astinomos office. The Astinomos purported to assent when I discussed this matter with her a few days ago, but she was evasive when it came to the program we'd choose. To her, the priest and their ceremonies are just props to promote Minoan tourism. Your insistence on using canonized classical drama will only be seen as an act of aggression by the priesthood. I understand that reform is inevitable, but some things will not and cannot change. Lydia's little power plays on the administrative side are none of my business, but I won't stand idly by if the Sargonia's visitors have ill intent. I'm no hero, just an ordinary infected, and I don't need the guidance of divine revelation, but I still dream. If I tell you that I dreamt of a river running red with blood, as Ithacos did 9 years ago, how will you interpret it? Santos! Excuse me, I have work to do at the crossing. An apprentice waiting for me. You're really too kind, Titi. Not only did you solve our dispute with the fruit farmers, you're also helping us look for Palas. It's nothing. Besides, I want to meet the one who came up with the temple project, face to face. This Palas was last seen at the crossing? Yes. She was sitting on the docks, drinking and muttering in the direction of distant Mount Himnai. She helped us with so many things since the rebuilding of the temple began. Although she doesn't hold any position in the temples of Athenius, and Cassandra from the Endymion Temple is the one in charge of the responsibilities that are above board. Pallas was the one who took care of everything behind the scenes, from the division of labor to procurement to smoothing things over with the right people. I see. It's certainly concerning that someone so reliable will go missing all of a sudden. Well, it's not the first time. I'm sorry to ask. What does she look like? Small for the lady, always seems like she is half asleep. She wears a little flower on her head. A little flower? The kind with 2 leaves and petals so red you can see the wrinkles? Yes, how do you know? Does it look like that? The craftsman turns in the direction that Titi is pointing to see a small red flower swaying gently in a pile of apples. Yes, it does, but that's one of the apple farmer's crates, isn't it? What's the flower doing there? Wait, there's something inside. Duck! That's so palace of her. It is as though the Great has just woken up, sending ripe apples pouring across the docks, falling into the clear waters of the Delphi Canal. A fortress lights out from the bed of fruit, leaving her eyes and the sudden influx of bright sunlight. The palace? Guys, no need for the boat. We found Palas. This is Palas, the people's hero, the proponent and reliable supervisor of the rebuilding plan. She's not quite what I imagined. Titi approaches the young woman on the ground curiously. She examines the horns for signs of battle, trying to determine her weapon's construction, whether it is able to support unique origin arts. She even has the urge to reach for the mysterious little flower to see if it is a boon for the Minoan heroes. But it senses nothing unusual, except sweet scent of apples. The young woman seems to have woken up. Titi leans in to hear what she is muttering. Mount Hivnoi, the western peak. Level it to let the sunlight dull the farmers and workers. What's missing? Yes, apple cider should be shattered. Leveling the peak to solve the sunlight problem. So she came to the same conclusion I did. She's thinking about rebuilding the temple, living in her sleep. Who says a hero has to be big and brawny? How could I forget that I am in Minos, not Sargon? Yeah. Who are you? Who are you? We met at last palace, first one of the rebuilding crusade of First Temple. I'm Medjehtiqedti Bound, ambassador from Sargon. Met you. My friends call me Titi. Titi. One has to stop at some point, even on a path without end. But sometimes we do not even realize that we have reached the end. Let's go away, boy. I want to use palace this time. Perfumer. I'm finally leveling her up. I need to level her up to E2 Perfumer. Not for anything important, however, just because I like it. And I have been using her on IS6, so it's finally time, I suppose. 68, 69. Oof. Hello. Nice. Promote. Wait, she's elite too. Am I stupid? Yes, I am. Okay, I thought it was elite 1. That's on me. So, where is the new perfumer? There is still. Hey, he's a target for the 100. It's not perfumer, there is still attack. Engrass the target, the defense. 10% defense for 10 seconds, does not stack.
問題ないわ。みんなに補給物資確認のリマインドをお願いね。なるほど。
Promote
前よりドクター君のこと
Temple of Embers, Leaf of Time.
療養庭園を任されたばかりの頃は一生ここで過ごすんだ。もう離れないんだって思ってたけど。
Really?
そんなことを考えるたびに運命がまた別の道を示してきたの。でもね。
Leaf of Time. What's that? Heal other allied within attack range with current HP percentage less than or equal to perfumer that still is. Gain 8% at 20. I suppose. What's this? Attack speed plus 20. Talent Sanctuary effect increases to 1.1x. Every heal grants the target attack percent for 3 seconds, but also causes them to lose 1% max HP per second. Does not stack. What? What? Oh, okay, it's a buffer thingy. Okay, let's try that.
問題ないわ。みんなに補給物資確認のリマインドをお願いね。
You got the workers and farmers to calm down by having them arm wrestle as Erases did. You're a clever one, Titi. But you already found the solution last night. You just fell asleep in a pile of apples due to exhaustion. Shame about the apple cider. You're planning to retreat the workers and farmers and get them to work together after they got a little tipsy, weren't you? Correct. It is being put to good use to treat an honored guest. No better medicine for both sickness if you're still feeling it. Yeah, mas. Yeah, mas. Cute. Oh, so sweet. This is so good. Please, tell me honestly. Even though we had the same idea, was it perhaps inappropriate for me to interfere with the rebuilding of the first temple? Because you're the Sargonian ambassador? Because Sargon was. Just answer this question, Titi. Do you think the White Mane King's conquest of Minos was necessary? No. Even though it distracted Sargonians from internal strife? The Empire needs to solve its own issues. Blaming it on innocent neighbors is a sign of incompetence. Although I probably wouldn't be so frank back in Sargon. Fine words, fine words. Have another drink. Llamas! I didn't think a woman so carefree and whimsical will be so pointed when discussing history. As long as your answer comes from the heart and not concern for your own safety, I think we'll become very good friends. Priestess Palace? Is this how you dress a friend? Then just Palace. I believe one must not forget oneself, no matter where one goes. Pepe, a friend of mine back in Sargon, says my train of thought is all over the place and I have no common sense, but that's another matter entirely. Looks like the Sargon parish made a wise choice in picking you to lead the mission. Don't worry, the workers and farmers are very fond of you. We know a bad egg when we see one, and we don't hate all Sargonians. Besides, at a time like this, simply participating in the rebuilding of the first temple is hardly crossing any lines, as long as it helps solve problems. What do you mean? Look at the pillars, reliefs, and decorations inside the temple. Most of the details are unfinished. The amphitheater outside. There is no slope with the audience seats, so anyone behind the third row can see what's going on in the center. At the Crusader statue that's supposed to be in the middle of the theater is still being polished by its perfectionist sculptor. That's a huge ass problem. Need to wait your words? It's not like we are writing poetry. Everyone knows that our progress has been way behind schedule. Have another drink. Opa! No, there's no hard and fast deadline, since we'll get to it eventually. Even the pursuit of perfection keeps delaying things, but a lot of people will be affected if the delays continue. The orchard harvests? Yes, I'm wrestling and cider might not solve things next time. Speaking of cider, you're going through it quickly. Want another cup? Please, I do have a question though. What is it? You help the craftsmen solve their problems, and they rely on you. But you don't look concerned at all, even though you're supposed to be the project supervisor. No, I wasn't ever supervisor. Say what now? The old tradition only calls for a priest, in this case Cassandra, to give the go-ahead. There's no supervisor for the project itself. It's not a job for a needle drunk like me. However, you look like a reasonable girl, and you catch on quick. What did you say? I was distracted. No, nothing. You went through a whole bottle already? You sure can hold your drink. My video's pretty strong, you know. Something is not right. You say the cider will help me with my butt sickness? I only seem to get dicier and dicier. Hey, booze diciness beats water diciness, right? Drink until you pass out, and everything will be fine when you wake up the next morning, including a bit of boat sickness. And she's dead. I'm sorry, father, mother. I've been infected with telepathy. Your line of work will never let an infected take over, so now I'm free to do what I want, right? I know I can stay at home any longer. I'll move out as soon as I can. Don't worry about me. I'm able to take care of myself now, and I don't need to trouble my family for anything. But if it's alright, could you leave my flower garden where it is? They are just plants. Everybody won't taint them. Please, let me say goodbye. Huge boof. It's been a long time since I last come back to Athenius. Did I forget the way? The bubbly garden west of the Agora. I should be in the right place. Where's Cassandra? Do you think a member of the Athenian Council will meet privately with a road slander in a public place? Looks that you have been away for so long that you have forgotten how things work here. Lydia? It was you who wanted to see me. I heard you're the Astonimus of Athenius now. I had wanted to catch up with you sometime, but setting up the Rhodes Island branch office took so much time. I know. You have done a lot of things for the infected in the 2 months that you have been back in Athenius. You could hardly have found the time to come home. I don't plan on going home, Lydia. Don't worry, you wouldn't run into those vain relatives, even if you went back to the state. What is it? 2 years ago, the Asopolo family declared bankrupt and quit the hair business. The remaining family members have since moved out of Athenius. I see. So you really don't care anymore? There isn't much worth remembering about the place, other than my garden. Your mother used to bring you to play with me in the garden. You came to our house after she passed away. I told you about plants and the fragrances. You showed little interest, but you planted the blue boronias with me together, just like the ones here. You have really forgotten. Wait, don't tell me. This public garden? This is the flower bed where you studied and planted medicinal herbs. Your parents sold the land to the Athenian government to pay off their debts soon after I became Astynamos. Did you say they will protect it? Honor the request of the daughter they exiled? You have changed, Lydia. So have you. Visited the infected, contacting the healing priests, and even reaching out to Cassandra to make sure that the veneration of traditional heroism by the infected will not get in the way of their treatment. Handling procedure used to be your great weakness. Now you have learned to circumvent the parts of city administration where the power structure is yet unclear, and go over the head of the new Astynamos. I see. You didn't come to reminiscence about old times. You want to prevent me from talking to the priests? To take the authority to establish and maintain the infected medical system from the Athenian Council and give it to the Astynamos. You figured about that fast. It wouldn't be the first time Rhodes Island has dealt with power-hungry official. What Rhodes Island does in an unofficial capacity is none of my business, be it making visits or distributing medicine. You're already doing it with the communication with the Astynamos. But you know that changes are coming to Minos, be it the rebuilding of the first temple, the visit of the Sargonian mission, or the establishment of an neuropathy treatment system. The legends of the Minoan heroes are in our blood, but the same traditions have also brought about convoluted governance, inefficient systems, and backward thinking. You know that better than anyone else. I want to say you can do whatever you want as long as an neuropathy treatment system is established and my patients get what they need. But you're the only one in the family I still care about. You're my sister and I don't want to put yourself in danger. Sister? She looks like she has the horns of a Minoan but the ears of an... I don't know. What is Quercus? A serval. Where the hell did servals came from? Serval. Familia Felida, From where? Oh, Africa. Huh. I could have guessed that. So probably from roots from Sargon, no? Us? Looks like our dear ambassador actually did go strolling off to visit the temple construction site. All's well, I suppose. It'll be a fine distraction while I dig into this Astinomo's background. Is the ceremony really delayed, or is she intentionally stalling? If she shows us any disrespect, make the preparations. We are going to the Astinomo's office. What? Who's this girl? Guards! Beg your pardon, Your Excellency. This is my traveling companion. We hail from Corini and Lakedamon, invited to attend the ceremony as guests. She's passionate about Sargonian culture and insisted on catching a glimpse of the ambassador upon hearing that the mission is lodging here. I couldn't stop her. This is the guy is from Corini and the little girl is from Lakedamon. Lakedamon is a name for Sparta, right? Yep, Lakedamon is the name for Sparta. The ambassador. You have sharp eyes. You were invited to attend of. I haven't heard anything from Testinamos. I understand that the venue of the exchange ceremony has not been confirmed. Ah, I should have babbled then. Perhaps Lydia intended it to be a surprise. I am Periandros, priest of Corinia. We learned about the diplomatic mission to Athens 6 months ago. 6 months? That long ago? Yes. The climate of Sargon is very different from that of Minos. Lydia asked me to procure Sargonian-made goods from Corinia in order to make you and the rest of the delegation feel at home. I hope you are enjoying your accommodations. Ah, so this was your handiwork. Lydia has devoted tremendous time and effort to ensure that the ceremony is a success. Unfortunately, some of the fabric meant for the costumes for the play have yet to make their way to Hieria Cassandra, resulting in a significant delay. Did she mention anything? A play. Justinos did mention that plays are part of every important occasion. But who is this Hieria Cassandra? I thought this matter was entirely managed by the Justinos office. Ah, it all makes sense now. I almost misunderstood what she meant. Normally she left the specific instructions not to use the traditional fabric for classical plays. I'm so grateful for the heads up. The cotton used for this event is a hybrid of Sargonian and Minoan species. They make a smooth and strong cloth that signifies the lasting peace between our two nations. That's why Lydia insisted on waiting. I see. So this is the reason she delayed the ceremony. Delayed? I'm so sorry about that. I really apologize for the trouble. I hope you will not take Lydia's presentations the wrong way. Very well. It will be impolite to rush her if she's taking the ceremony so seriously. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. You are too kind. Make yourselves at home for a few days while preparations for the ceremony continue. Don't look at me like that. I came with you when we made 3 rounds of the food stalls in the morning. Only fair that you should come with me here. How much of what you said was actually true? The Sargonian delegation has entered the city, and Testina was invited us to attend the ceremony, but she didn't tell us anything about her arrangements. What choice do I have but to figure this out on my own? I assuaged his concerns for her, didn't I? The merchants of Corinia will not be famous through Terra if profit were the only things in their minds. No, it's not polite to say that out loud. Huh? Oh.
俺は情報屋であって何でもやっちゃうねんから喧嘩は
Passive 24 seconds. Ah, it has saturation. And it's on drop. Oh shit, and the heal is not. Until the 20 effect is increased to 1% and every heal gracias a okay, it's not for. This is not for healing, it's for buffing. But full buffing, not even. Consider something else. Pretty. My mouse. Pretty feet is the jogger. Cannot be blocked. Movement speed gradually increases. Movement speed gradually increases instead when immersed. Ooh. This one is full. Look at him. Damn. Look at them go. Okay, I cannot block him. Slow down. You. So what now? Another one. Another runner. I don't have place to put any. Any other one? No. Fuck, damn it. Okay, that's a loss. I see.
またもう追いかけんで安全第一で行こう。実は俺三机にもう一個ちっちゃい店持ってんねん。最悪どっか。
So I got good range. Hadilla. Yeah, let's keep. Okay, let's put Palace on the other lane. Destined End.
装備の確認はバッチリね。じゃあいよいよ戦いの時間だ。誤解なきを言っとくけど、戦場の匂いは別に好きじゃないから。
俺の番？せかさんといてや。この手じっくり考えたいね。
皮と肉から吸い上げる。怖くはないわ。
Lena, go. Oh no. Blade of the card signing. Watch them run! Look at them! Yippee!
楽しく腹札しとんのになんでいつも邪魔者が来るんやろな。
Fast they go, or fast they die. So, how long have I been streaming? An hour and a half. Okay, that's nice. That's good enough.
なんでいつも邪魔者が来るんやろな。
Well, not good enough. That's good. So let's finish this node and I'll go check if I have something to snack. Say, no issues with the respiratory tract or vocal cords. The crystals in the lungs have not spread. Meaning that when you came to Rhode Island office a few days ago and started blankly at our medics, it wasn't because your condition prevented you from speaking. Looks like I didn't have to come personally. You have done a lot for the infected of Athenius, and Rhode Island medicine is far more effective than what we had before. We all appreciate what you have done. I won't take up any more of your time. A check-up alone isn't enough. Minon policies are relatively lenient when it comes to the infected. With the exception of certain occupations, like the priesthood, the everyday lives of the infected are usually not significantly affected. Many people still believe that Oripathy saps the Mino and heroic spirit though. That's why many patients are indifferent about treatment, even trying to hide their conditions. How many fingers am I holding up? 4. Thank you for the concern, Kyria Asopoulo, but my condition is mild. The illness has not affected my vision. Then why did you visit the Rhode Island office 4 times in the past 2 weeks? Well, you're no great liar. Besides, I saw a Rhode Island monitoring bracelet on Santos, your mentor. Have you been obtaining medication on his behalf? Yes. He forgets his appointments because he has so many things on his plate. It's only reasonable that I should pick up his medicine for him. But you did not register his name with the office, which means there are no records of him having contracted Oripathy. He saved my life, taught me the lore of the water and the art of the combat. He's been a good mentor to me. I didn't want people to know that he couldn't be a hero. Visiting the Oripathy clinic may color others how others view you and Santos, but it will not change the path that you have chose for yourselves. I'm not Cassandra, and soothing the heart isn't my thing, but I know that both of you need proper treatment. What's with his face? I want the two of you to the top priority list and follow up closely on your conditions. You can prepare yourself for a lot of nagging. You're more tenacious than you look. I wouldn't have to be if I could buy your cooperation with a few grains of corn like the Volpes perching on your bow. Sorry. Where is Santos anyway? If your recent reports were indeed his, then he suffered significant fluctuations in the internal regenome levels during this time. He needs rest, as I said. I told him, but don't tell me he went to the crossing again. I'm busy preparing boats for the fruit farmers and craftsmen. Make it quick, Hecademos. Why isn't Lycaon around to help? I never thought he would let you out of his sight. He took a day off. Home visit by a Rhode Island doctor. Home visit? Did the medicine he picked up not work? Is he so sick he can't even walk? If you came to communicate Destino's suggestion, you're wasting your time. Tell her I'll deal with the problem at the crossing, and there is no need for her to worry. Actually, she sent me to inform you that the problem has been resolved. Resolved? Pallas acted quickly this time. No, it wasn't her who came up with the solution. Who was it then? Did Cassandra calm the people down, or did Destiny almost pull another one of her little tricks? Neither. It was the Targonian ambassador who resolved the dispute between the craftsmen and the fruit farmers. A small feline with dark skin and black ears. A black-eared feline. That Colombian, I ferried at the secondary crossing that morning. She was the Sargonian ambassador. Oh, scheisse. I seen Minos saw the beauty of marble and sculpted legends and epics with hammers and chisels. In Tekerespereia, Kereseira walked through war and plague, wearing on 30 pairs of shoes before she arrived at the mountain-rimmed garden. At the side of the first temple, she saw a boulder split and received a revelation from the gods. Her gentle and wise visage reflected the Athenian morning sun. She protected the refugees who followed her and drove the outlanders out with her sword and her harp. Sings only the tales of the heroes. You're familiar with the Crespereia? I love it. I read it so many times I could practically recite it from memory. Crespereia gave me my first impression of the heroes of Minos. A hero must be a paragon of justice and kindness. A hero must face fate bravely when it comes, and carry their own burden. You were exaggerating when you said you could recite it. The reading words printed on a page doesn't compare to the experience of standing in front of Crespereia's statue. Even if the sculpture exaggerated Crespereia's miracles, even if those were not her original arts, perhaps it is this artistic license that makes it feel so alive. I can easily picture it standing on the fertile soil a century or 10 later. Are you thinking you'd be willing to wait a decade or more for the Crespereia's first temple to be completed to the standard of this statue? Okay, reconnected. Huh. Well, at least my PC notifies me when something happens. Huh. That's good, I guess. Heroes come from the people, and the people aspire to become heroes, even if only in drama. Have you identified the inspiration for this statue? Crespereia into Outlander, Chapter 11 of the Crespereia. Again? Okay, he's back. What is happening, man? OBS? Please? No. Crespereia into Outlander is part of the standard classical repertoire. It has not been staged for a century, however, even in the temples. A century? Could it be? Yes. It was banned during the Sargonian occupation. The play's setting dates back to before the establishment of Minos as a nation. An Outlander refers to those not of the ancient Agamemnon kingdom in general. When the Sargonian Padishah banned the play, the Outlander executed by Cresseira took on a certain meaning. The ban is no more, but the play to Outlander in the play means playing a Sargonian, and no Athenian will be willing to do that. What a shame. Perhaps, to the Minos, plays are more than just entertainment and art. Be it the ban of performances or the burning of the theaters, the heroism inherent in history and legend depicted by the plays is not so easily forgotten. Even if no one performs it, and the music accompanying the play can no longer be heard on the streets, an Athenian can still recite its most famous scenes. That's enough. No. What is it? The first temple was destroyed by war, and Cresseira and Outlander was banned. There is no denying that Sargon has brought great pain to Minos. The Padishah's order to return Minoan relic is not so much compensation as political posturing. My role as a Sargonian ambassador is just to escort the relic to its destination. I'm not from an influential family, nor do I have a distinguished career. There isn't much I can do. But I'm still the curator of the Varyavandava Museum. Knowledge will not betray me. The relic I am bringing is associated with Cresseira and has great significance to Minos. It shall not be a mere political bargaining chip. Titi looks up at the statue of Cresseira with her harp, beautiful and awe-inspiring. She seems to hear the harp singing a song that only the heroes are made to hear. and see the familiar stories and legends flash before her eyes. The amphitheater is barely finished. The scaffolds and tarps have yet to be taken away. In them, however, Titi feels something special. Something that belongs only to Minos. Written into epics, carved into marble by the stone masons. Something that has endured and still stands tall, even after centuries of oppression. I want to hold the exchange ceremony here. Really? That's an interesting idea, but matters concerning Kersereye's temple must be discussed with the temple priest. Cassandra, what brings you here today? Forgive me for interrupting. There is something that I must discuss with Pallas in private, Your Excellency.
Yossha! 今日はみんなでお祝いや。大
Whoop.
根ちくわ、卵に出すし、全部タダで食べ放題。
There we go.
でもお酒は別。
We have been in just 3 stages. Okay, I'll go get some food, a snack or something. So, just wait for me a little bit. Ha! Ahoy, I'm back. I got some snacks, but so there are some peanuts, of course, without the peel and all that. But I think you need to toast them or something because they have a little bit of bitter taste, aftertaste. Oh, give me a second. I forgot the water. And here I'm back. Hello. Okay, let me. There we go. And we shall continue. Right? Someone came when I was playing? I don't know. Probably. I am looking like that. A riddle without answer. It lies on the road, in dreams, everywhere. It questions you, wakes you, makes you know who you are, and teaches you that the beautiful dreams are no more than dreams. Let's start. I should get another aerial, anything actually. Who can hit aerial threats, just in case. But who? Maybe click. Maybe we can level her up. We have enough. I have recovered things. Silver Ashuran. So I can level her up without that much of a problem. Right. Now we have 16k. Gold. And this. Oh, the Sundron. Perfect. And there we go. This is the first time you have shown since that young acolyte of yours glared at me last week. It's not easy managing a Endymion temple and the rebuilding of the first temple at the same time. Folly is just worried that I'm overworked. She knows we had been friends since our pre-school days, which made it all the harder to accept that I brought you trouble as soon as I got back, I guess. But as I knew we were both in trouble when you showed up at Endymion temple to have your dream interpreted as an ordinary Minoan instead of using the priest's passage 6 months ago. In most cases, the event relation can be classified into certain common categories, whether it came in the form of a dream or a sudden vision. I know, we have learned them by heart at the school, so ordinary priests without special talents could guide those who receive revelations. But the vision that you brought was not found in any classic tale. I had no doubt that it was a powerful revelation, which made me very uneasy. Don't worry, we'll find a way. You shouldn't have quit the priesthood. You might have been able to find help. And hide my condition, continuing to be the legendary goddess of victory on the border. I didn't want to complicate things, even if another has taken up the title. Besides, the heroes came a long way to call me back. I had to be honest with myself. Looks like Rhode Island has treated you well. Of course, I have been the main damage dealer in the cleaning of a cursed, what's the name, Gaulish bear. Trapped in a mansion of assassins and people of the theater. Of course, did I ever tell you that I founded a Minoan League on Rhodes Island? Are there so many Minos who left home to seek treatment? There are plenty. Although Verato and Vulcan are the only true Minos in the league. The others are in it because they have a spiritual fascination with their country. Oh! They are the male thinking about the fall of Rome club. I'll introduce them when we have a chance. They are all full of heroic spirit, with great passion for poetry, art, and brewing. So you founded a drinking league. That's some way to put it. It's not quite the same as you having you around, though. You may not hold your drink particularly well, but no one in our year brewed better than you. I remember how you tied up your sleeves and pounded the grapes like a seasoned winemaker at the intercollegiate conference. You looked amazing. With those legs, I sure she does. I see you have a craving. What happened to the formula I gave you? I lost it when I went to Akroti. I finally escaped my torment when my Sarkas bodyguard gave me the recipe for the sacred brew of Kasdel. I never worried you would have trouble making friends. First the Sarkas bodyguard, now the Sargonian ambassador. You heard about the fruit farmers and the craftsmen. Titi can be trusted. I don't doubt Kiriamashire cleverness, or her friend's outlook towards her country, but her position remains sensitive. If I didn't stop you, would you have put her in charge of the play that we already discussed, in addition to the venue of the exchange ceremony? Is it that you trust her too much, or... You're frowning again, Cassandra. I just let myself get a little lazy, having been away from the priesthood for so long. You will never have become a legend in the Borderlands. You were the type to share responsibility. I don't mind taking charge of the rebuilding project on your behalf. I just think it's a shame. You're better at dealing with people, and the craftsmen trust you. I thought you made the proposal to the people so they will return to heroic tradition and remember the heroic spirit. I did. And that's exactly why it doesn't matter who's in charge. Where people venerate the heroes, but they have gradually forgotten that Minos and prosperity was not only built by a few heroes. The heroes came from the people from all walks of life. You could always read my mind. I know what you're trying to say, but with the rebuilding of the temple entering its final stage, it's even more important than ever to have a supervisor. I think we'll have one soon. What is it? So Lydia hit it to the temple square. What do you think this Astinamos, who was quickly being at odds with us from the beginning and is trying to take the play out of the priest's hands, is going there for? We meet at last, Your Excellency Ambassador Mashayar. And who might you be? I'm the Astinamos of Astenius, called Lydia. I am overseeing the League exchange between our two nations. Oh, I'm so sorry, Astinamos. I should have visited you first thing when I got to Athenius. I didn't think... You came into Athenius by the ancient route to following Cresseira's footsteps, didn't you? There's no need to apologize to me now for your love or for epics or culture. If anything, I should be thanking you for resolving the dispute between the fruit farmers and craftsmen. The rebuilding of the first temple could not have proceeded so smoothly without you. I simply did my part. I believe you have already met Benui. I take it the venue and details of the change ceremony have not been confirmed. Correct. Correct. Not it until behind closed doors in a private room. What do you think of holding the ceremony beneath the statue of Cariseida, to be witnessed by her and all of Athenius? You want to hold the exchange ceremony? You want to hold the exchange ceremony at the First Temple Square? Yes. You're aware that I brought the most precious treasure of the Maryavandavad Museum to be exchanged for the technical data that the Sargonians left behind during the construction of the Tripolis. It's a part of many heroic Minos stories and closely linked to Cariseida herself. Seeing to complete the statue on the square was an awe-inspiring experience. Her brave visage and the relic that I carry complement each other. I understand that the exchange ceremony is supposed to begin with a classical play, in accordance with Minoan tradition. What better place to do it than the First Temple's new amphitheater? Would that be a problem? Oh, Cassandra from the Nimian Temple remind me that any use of the First Temple should be discussed with her. Cassandra. Oh, you triggered her! It's just enormous Sophie's responsibility to lighten the burden on the vice-priest by handling trivial matters. I'll communicate with her. I was concerned about the lack of proper supervision in the rebuilding process because of the emulation of financing methods, which has resulted in significant delays. I thought it might not be the most dignified of venues. I don't mind. However, all of our problems could be solved if you are officially made the supervisor of the rebuilding project. Say what now? The rebuilding of the temple is entering its final stages. We have reached the point where decisiveness and efficiency are more important than careful planning. I'm sure you already have a fair idea of what's going on, having befriended the craftsmen and solved their issues. Besides, I understand that you received an advanced education in museology in Columbia, including studies in architecture. Putting the finishing touches to the temple and readying it for opening shouldn't present too much difficulty, should it? I mean, it's true that I designed a supervised expansion of my museum, but it's not nearly as big as this temple. Besides, is it really appropriate for a Sargonian ambassador to supervise the rebuilding of the First Temple? Your request that the exchange ceremony take place at the First Temple is ample proof of your understanding of the relic and Minoan culture. I am in full support of your proposal, and I'm sure they ever considered Cassandra one object. But I didn't expect the ambassador to be such a polite and humble young lady. Periandros? Oh, this twink. This is from Corinia, a land of trade and merchants. Your excellent ambassador Mashire of Sargon. I am here as Corinia's representative to the exchange ceremony, as just in Amos' request. I happened to overhear your conversation and couldn't help but stop to listen. May I ask you a question? Would you participate in the rebuilding of the First Temple if your status were not a concern? Of course! It will be a great honor to participate in the restoration of such a wonderful example of Minoan architecture, not to mention the knowledge that could be gained. I will be delighted just to hew one piece of marble for it. In that case, why trouble yourself unnecessarily? Trouble myself? But I have a little suggestion that might solve our present problem. As I see it, the two of you are in full agreement, but for the little issue of Ambassador Mashire's status. It's a sensitive issue, and Ambassador Mashire's concerns are certainly well-founded. On the other hand, the Astinamos here is seeking a capable supervisor who has the support of the people in order to keep the temple project on track. What better way to resolve this than Minos' most ancient process? You mean... how about a referendum held on the First Temple Square? Let the citizens of Athenius participating in the rebuilding decide whether to accept Ambassador Mashire's supervision or not. That could only get wrong. Give me a second, I will come back in less than a minute. There we go, I'm back now. Hmm. She really is the Sargonian ambassador. Travesty. The city of Crusaders' first temple was not built to host a diplomatic farce. That Sargonian said she brought a relic in exchange for the technical data from the Tripolis. I knew that cargo didn't feel like movie figurines. The shape, the weight, and its relevance to Crusader. Could it be? The goal! Use the stolen Minon treasury to buy Minon trust. Not if I have anything to say about it. Oops. Riddle with an answer. Answer.
みんなついてきて。こっちに抜け道があるんだ。
These are empty.
くれぐれも安全第一にね。
Can I
これが
just...
戦場というものね。
逃げ道など必要ありません。震え上がれ。真の勇敢さを前
Nice and
に。
easy. And I suppose.
震え上がれ。真の勇敢さを
What?
前に。
Ariel lands when passing over a fountain, absorbing water and preventing it from being healed. Oh no! Ah, that's the statue that everyone on Twitter was going crazy about. Looks like you,
覚
Palace.
悟せよ。ここにひざまずくのです。 震え上がれ。真の勇敢さを前に。
ほら、しっかり。
泣き叫べ。その脆い死。
Ah! Nope.
強戦しがいのある強敵だといいな。英雄たちよ、この揺るぎなき信念をたたえ、我らに国せよ。
Come on. Nice. Well, Palace was good enough to dispatch everyone. Huh. Nice. Oh! NPC. Great Crusader, gentle and brave. Not even tonight can hide your splendor. You brought us a wise duo to solve our troubles and help us build your temple. The insects sing the song of your heart. Your light is moving into the shape of victory and the moonlight. Oh, sorry, it's not moonlight that shines upon you. They're the spotlights that we installed last week. Don't drink too much. You are here to vote, remember? You don't want to hurt your hand engraving your strap-on. Of course I remember. I'm here to vote for Titi. I almost fell when I was working on statues by myself in the temple. I wouldn't be drinking here right now if Titi didn't save me with her arts. You don't believe me? Let me show you. A repeater of a statue sash that trails on the floor and then... Ah! Look out! Several white ribbons fly out of the shadows towards the drunken forte girl, helping her steady herself. They let her go once they're certain that she is unharmed, straightening her hair while patting her horns in reproach. See, those demons sit with my ass. Look like that, just like that. Oh, Titi, what are you doing here? Let's get a drink. Paula's told me about a girl in the moving crew who is small but strong. She loves drinking and has a tendency to stumble. But I didn't expect to see you stumble a dozen times in just 3 days, can't ya? Thanks, Titi. She doesn't call her drink any better than the average Minoan, which is to say she's supposed to drink in moderation. But she has a drunkard soul. You did also, Titi? They look that nervous. On your face, but we have all figured it out that your tail doesn't lie. Who's the guy under the scaffolds wearing a leaf-shaped ring on his grey tail? Seraphim from the paint crew. He's only motivated when working with big, muscular dudes. Nobody believes him when he says he's just lazy. What about the Lafia sitting in the corner, not talking to anyone? Lefteria, from the sculpting crew. She always stays out of the sun. I only talked to her a few times, but I know she's obsessed about her work. That's more than most of us know about her. Most of her craftsmen barely know she exists. I don't know about the other city, but to me, you're one of us. Thanks, Minos. Shouldn't you be comforting your friends? Your friend? She looks nervous. Comforting people is your job, Cassandra of Endymion Temple. What Titi needs now is not the reassurance of a friend, but the support of the Minos participating in the temple project. Kyria Mashire has been receiving her speech silently before those two craftsmen struck up a conversation with her. She subconsciously clutches her tail whenever she trips over a word. Twice she accidentally grabbed her little pet instead, much to its annoyance. You have been observing her carefully. I see you like her. This alone is not enough to prove that she's worthy of trust. I just didn't want to surrender my own judgment to prejudice. It didn't take too long to decide that she was the best choice to supervise the project. I trust your judgment. Tonight, there is no shadow of confusion in reflected in Cresera's eyes. Everyone has made their decisions. They do not need the words of the heroes to guide their way. I have some personal matters to attend to. Excuse me. You're going? Testinobos might take the absence of the supervising priest from the voting as a form of protest. My Ostrogon is already in the box. Besides, Lydia has no need for such a blatant excuses if she wants to pick a bone with the priesthood. If the change ceremony takes place at the first temple, then the ceremonial play to honor the heroes. I'll talk to Lydia again. At least get her to defer to the priest when it comes to choosing the play. But that's all for another day. Let's hope tonight both goes smoothly. Based on my experiences these past few days, once we solve the issue with the stone, I believe the structure is essentially complete and ready to welcome visitors. It will be ready to open in a few days once we put on the finishing touches and complete the inspections according to plan. There wouldn't be too much work to do to set up the exchange ceremony on the square. We just need to clear some room for the ceremony itself and have a separate area for logistics. We don't need to change anything with the rest of the building. It will be ready to open once construction is complete. I will create an actionable proposal based on my knowledge and experience overseeing construction projects. If I'm elected, we will work together to complete the wonder that is Cresera's first temple. Such a lively sight. It seems this Kyria Mashire has made a lot of friends in a short time. It will undoubtedly be a massive boon to the friendship between our two countries, not to mention the temple project, if she's elected. What do you want? I'm not sure what you mean. I'm here to attend the ceremony, at your invitation. The son of Corinius merchant just happens to pass by as I am talking to the Sargonian ambassador, and casually drops a solution to the problem at hand that leads to tonight's vote. Was this all Cresera's will? Cresera's will? Why not? Tradition dictates that any Minoan who has received the hero's blessings must visit a temple the following day to declare it before a priest. But you will not. But you will not seek Hireya, Cassandra, no matter what. No matter how close the Astonymous office is to Endymion Temple, will you? You're crossing the line, Hireus Periandros. You know as well as I do that the election of Kiriyama Shire will be more than just a feather in your diplomatic cap. Your foremost concern will always be Minos itself, as it is for me. Speak your demands. You can speak all the words you want, but I will not assent before seeing the terms and conditions of the deal. Have patience, honored Astinamos. Reputation is the most important thing in business, and I will bring my business to you personally once the dust has settled. It's not that time yet. In accordance with tradition, please etch yeah or nay into the ostragon you're holding. Then, place it in the box face down. We will tally the results once everyone has cast their ostraga. If more than half the votes are in favor, Titi, Kiriyama Shire, shall be named supervisor of the temple project until the exchange ceremony is completed. Begin. The crowd walks up one by one to place their ostraga. There is some distance between the box and the center of the square where Titi is standing, but she can see the smiling faces of the friends she has made these past few days. They nod to Titi as their gazes meet. She cannot see the words on the ostraga, but she knows what vote Titi cast. Who would have thought that she will be in charge of the construction of a Minoan temple? It would have been a tremendous honor, even in Padishah's last time. How should she repay the kindness the Athenians have shown her? What a yoke. A voice interrupts Titi's thoughts and causes the square to fall silent. Is this the year 1100? I thought maybe we were at the throne of the millennium and the Sargonians had come back to roll us. The war is over, Megas. For you, maybe. Not for me. The hated Sargonians continue to haunt me in my darkest dreams. I wish I were as forgetful as you, but their heroes tell me in dreams that I must not forget. Did the priest interpret that for you? No, but the recurring dreams are the hero's voice. I alone know their will. I will never smile and work alongside a Sargonian. I will not stand for it, no matter what good things you may say that Sargonian has done. Titi watches as the Minon passes in front of her without so much as casting a glance her way. He tosses his ostragon as he passes by the box. It hits the side and falls onto the ground, rolling a few times before settling face up. The ostragon is blank. Titi realizes that his hatred for Sargonian is such that he will not dignify his vote by participating. Her cheeks burn as though she has been slapped in the face, but she trembles as she feels a chill run up her spine. Everything seems to grow distant. It is as though there is a sick screen separating her and the others, and all the sounds around her. In her daze, she seems to perceive Pallas stepping up, and the craftsman casting concerned glances at her. She wants to say that she is fine, she's alright. She was revered for such treatment, as an envoy of peace sent by the erstwhile invaders and oppressors. Besides, it's not as though the Minon has done anything to her. He simply said he did not want to work with her. This is fine. One can be loved by everyone. No one can be loved by everyone, after all. She wants to smile, that famous, bright, carefree smile of Medjehtiqedti Bound, which has charmed so many visitors to her museum. But she cannot find the words or her smile. The words of the Minon who does the ostragon echo in her mind. She recalls the ferryman who questioned her the day she arrived in Asenius. The time she spent with the temple craftsman meant something. They still trust her. But to the countless Minoan strangers out there, she's not Titi, the curious lover of Minoan legend. She is a Sargonian. Everyone's gone and the lights are out. How long are you planning to keep yourself curled up here? That 40 girl and the craftsman were worried sick about you. What are you gonna do? Tell them to go on a holiday while you fix the temple overnight with your hands and ribbons? That will make things square, will it? I've been circling your feet and winking at you for ages. It never occurred to you to look down. Never noticed that something wasn't quite right. Did you notice that a whole deputy excusing himself from the voting ceremony and distancing himself from the whole thing? Did you notice the words ulterior motives written all over that astinomos? No, you just couldn't resist jumping into the grave that has been dug just for you. Now look where he's gotten you. Really? You're crying over that? I can't even tell you how many times I see it in the City of Gold, where licking boots and stamping of faces is as much part of everyday life as eating as cheating. Besides, I thought you're crazy for the people who use you. I told you when you got to the Parishas assignment that it wasn't going to be a pleasant vacation. The scars of history that run deep, the Minos who are still recovering from the pain, in your position as the ambassador of Sargon. I'll serve to remind you that it is not just an exchange of the relics that you have to deal with. The proud creature tries to catch a glimpse of the young felling's face in a rare show of concern, but her head is bowed too low for it to see. Minos sighs and pokes Titi's hand with its head, curling around her and gestures for her to pet it. Folly makes one happy. Your words. I gave you special permission to stroke my tail, fluff the hair on my back, or wipe your tears on easier. Actually, I take back the last one. I hate getting wet. I didn't even pick a troublemaking little thing like you. Now I'm on consolation duty. If I am really so fragile, you wouldn't have picked me when you left the Grand Bazaar, would you? Just this was one time to leave your mood. Don't you dare get carried away. Thanks, Mio. Feeling better? Yes. Some people voted for me. It means they trusted me and have hopes for me. Manos called me one of them. People don't always get along, even if they're in the same family. And I'm in a country that was deeply hurt by Sargon in the past. I'm not a hero of legend. I can miraculously solve everything with a song, poem, or speech. All I can do is to get Kereseira's first temple completed as soon as possible, and return to the Minoans to Kereseira the things that belong to Minos. Moonlight shines upon Kereseira's complexion. Wearing a laurel red with her hand in her harp, she gazes into the infinite distance. Titi stands beneath the marble statue, bathing in the same silent moonlight as Kereseira. She closes her eyes and makes a wish.
ドクター君の俯瞰力ちょっと学ばせてもらいたくなっちゃった。プレゼントでお礼をするから戻ったら少し教えてくれないかしら。以前にも増して考えるべきことが多くなってきたのよ。
What kind of present are you talking? Ah! Okay, let's do this one. The misstep. And let's leave it there. So to continue another day, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Burdens too heavy to bear have a tendency to drop when you can least afford to bear them. Goes. And so Kereseira, the singer of epics, the gentlest hero of Agamemnon, hung her harp upon the branches of the laurel tree. Its body, made from the tallest spears atop Mount Himni, His strings made from the bravest burden beast of Rome, as the Agnes plains. When it played, all things in the land of heroes sang together, riding upon the winds in freedom. No wonder you came up with the idea of holding the exchange ceremony in the temple square when you saw the completed statue of Cresseira. You brought Cresseira's true harp, the one that used to be displayed at the first temple of all Athenians? Yes. Legend had it that Cresseira was inspired to carve a massive harp from mountain rocks, and fierce after hearing the monks tell their stories beneath Mount Himnoi. It was a blessed harp that only sang in important occasions, or when played by a great hero like Cresseira, offering a song that touches the people's hearts. The first temple was destroyed when the Sargonians invaded all Athenians. Grieving the tragedy, the harp sang no more, and afterwards went missing. Medjehtiqedti found it in his collection. I don't know how it ended up in Sargon. Perhaps a Sargonian soldier looted it from all Athenians and sold it to the Padishah's ancestor. I don't think anyone alive in Athens has ever seen the original harp. The only people who know anything about the harp are a few priests well versed with ancient texts, or evangelists like Cassandra who directly communicate with the heroes. Does it still make a sound? Yes. We perform an inspection on the strings. They are a little aged, but still in playing condition. I see. Perhaps the silence of the harp was simply a metaphor, as is often the case in Minos stories. Where is the ferryman? Evade the outrageous rents to be by the canal and get fresh fins. The goods are here, keeper. Finally, any more delays and we will be ready for the diplomatic delegation. Should I unload the goods for you? Hey, why is the boat docked so far today? People will be falling into water trying to unload the stuff. Bring the boat closer, please. As close to the kitchen as you can. Okay. Thank you. Why are you the one delivering today, by the way? It's usually Santos who does it. I apologize. Master Santos had business. Well, it's no problem. As long as the food gets here and the kitchen can get to work. You've been with Santos for a few years, haven't you? He must have his reasons for planning it this way. Not concerned at all. Sorry, Palace. Everyone in the temple has their hands full today. I simply can't free up anyone from the moving crew. I wanted to get the harp into the first temple ahead of time to see how it fits Cresseira's statue. I should have had someone being as strong to help with carrying the harp, though. It's just the two of us. Cresseira was not particularly tall according to historical records. People took particular note of the contrast when she stood next to her harp. Maybe I could even do it myself. Ah, it's heavy. Is this box full of lead or something? Well, we entered Athens by the ancient route, which is pretty rough. We couldn't risk any damage to the relic. I had the museum staff prepare a packaging that's fireproof, waterproof, shockproof, and impact-proof, which unfortunately added a ton of weight to it. On the other hand, I wouldn't get a scratch on it, even if an earthquake suddenly shook a house down onto it. I can see you take great care of your museum and collections. I went to Columbia to study museology because I was curious about everything, and ended up working in a museum when I went back to Sargon. But my father died young, and my family is far cry from its past glory. Honestly, I'm not sure why the Padishah picked me to lead the diplomatic mission. But it's my job now, and I want to do it right. Did I ever tell you that you... What happened? Everything okay, Titi? Don't worry, the harp's unharmed. I was asking about you. Speaking of earthquakes, good thing the relic is well protected. What's all the commotion downstairs? Looks like a boat ran straight into the hotel kitchen. It's over. It's all over. What kind of a man are you? Full sail from 5 meters away on a windy day like this. You knew your boat will go even faster than Hermes the messenger. You wanted the boat as close to the kitchen as possible. I didn't mean inside the kitchen. Make way, make way. Peace officers already dispersing onlookers. Don't crowd around like this. I need to see what happened. The Cayon? I love how justice won you, Grammateus. I just wanted the boat bringing the ingredients to be closer to the kitchen, but this kid rammed it right into the blaze. I'm sorry, I don't know how to operate a boat. Who do you think you're fooling? You've been standing with Santos at the crossing every day for years. Theoretical knowledge does not equal practical skill. Why you? Enough! I can testify that this man never passed a single chariot racing test back in priest school. Does that explain who didn't see this huge stop sign, does it? The boat ran right through the fence. Didn't see? Has anybody displayed to his perception system? Is that why Lena made a home visit the other day? The canyon? Why do you look like you think I'm going to die soon? No, don't say that, even if it's true. Excuse me, Grammateus. I know the two of you used to be classmates, but you're here as an official, and my kitchen has suffered significant damage. Here. This is your coin purse. I'll pay for the damage. Take what you need. Who's telling you to pay for me? You never got a proper job since you left this school. I know Santos takes care of your room and board, but I doubt you have much money saved. Don't worry about it. Spend your money on treatment. Don't forget you still owe me a debate. Fine, really. The coffin. On a kid attack. Doctor, I need a doctor over here. It's just the smoke, you idiot. Go get someone to fight the fire, Grammateus. Long live Yowoki. What is a Yowoki? Huh? Head of Yokowe. Huh? Oh. Welcome, I guess. The fire's getting stronger. Looks like the boat hit the kitchen stove. What's with all the smoke? You have to get out. Get away from the smoke, but the heart's well protected. I see the officer already organizing people to fight the fire. It should be under control soon. Besides, the stairs are too narrow. The heart will get in the way of other people evacuating. Besides, are you alright, Palace? You're right. We need to leave. We can come back when the smoke's gone. Let's go. A fire? Oh no! My luggage is still in the room. Don't worry, the fire's in the first floor kitchen. It's not going to spread to the guest rooms upstairs. Just wait for them to put out the fire and the smoke to disperse. Stop crowding and clear the area around the door. There are still people coming down from upstairs. Sir, now's not the time to go inside. Oh. Feeling better? Feeling better, Palace? I'm fine. I just inhaled some smoke. It should be good to go back to the room in 10 minutes. I'll have you take the heart to the first temple, just in case anything else happens. Thanks. Oh, sorry, it's so crowded here. Hey, Palace, did that guy look familiar to you? Who? You hear? And that kid at the crossing was the one who rammed the boat at the kitchen. He usually looks pretty smart, but I guess he's as dumb as he gets when it comes to piloting a boat. What was Santos? Here's the one who usually delivers the goods. Debussy, maybe? It's not like him to let an experienced apprentice get into trouble on his own. True. I remember now. It was Santos, the fireman who ran into me just now. Santos? Are you sure? If he had the time to come to the hotel, why would he let an experienced apprentice steer the boat and cause an accident? Wait a second. I have a bad feeling about this. As do I. Fight time. Misstep.
次に振り返るのは勝利を携えて帰還する時です、もう後悔の余地はありません。
Nice.
皮と肉から吸い上げる。
I can leave this here.
ここにひざまずくのです。 ここにひざまずくのです。
Handmade catapult. Attacks hit 3 times and deal physical splash damage. Aim deviates randomly when immersed.
真の像から湧き上がる。 皮と肉から吸い上げる。
Oh, more of them.
真の像から湧き上がる。
Oh no. Sena ga shinda.
真の像から湧き上がる。
Ah, this one. Well, Eki can do it by
生か
herself.
ら死へと遡る。
I don't even need to help her. Look at her.
真の像
Well,
か
we
ら
can
湧き上が
accelerate
る。
this a little bit. Right.
どういう戦術が私の武器？一本だけじゃないんだから。
There we go. Yippee! The room of the Sargonian ambassador. This is the relic that was stolen a century ago. The Talmenon peers at the massive wooden box as he starts to mutter on his serrated oar, repurposing the tool that he uses to cross the river to pick the lock open. He carefully lifts the cover of the box. The instrument of Kereseira, which should have come home long ago, is safely packaged in a dust cover. Kereseira's harp must not be used as a bargaining chip by the Sargonian hypocrites, to be shot away in this pretentious suffocating box. Put the harp down, Santos. The people praise you for proposing the rebuilding of the first temple as soon as you returned to Asenius' palace. I voted in favor myself. Thank you. But you should not have caused it up to the Sargonians. You instructed your apprentice to ramp the hotel kitchen and cause a fire, letting you sneak in to steal an artifact of great diplomatic significance to our two countries. It's an ill-advised act. The streets outside the hotel are packed with people. You can possibly escape with the harp. And there he goes. You're jumping out of the window. This is the fourth floor. We are directly above the kitchen. The boat that rammed the kitchen wasn't just a distraction. It's his escape. He had this planned. The door will take too much time. How about you give me a ride? Wisdom. And they are flying. The fight is under control, Grammateus. As for the hotel losses, I'll report the incident to the astronomer's office for official procedures. As for the damage to the kitchen, I already set it up with the innkeeper. I see. Will station someone here to make no one is trying to take advantage of the chaos? For instance, what is it? Look up! Cademos looks up. A pair of horns, pitch black under the sunlight like the twin moons, flies over the head of the crowd, their owner landing upon a haystack on the accident boat, before leaping off the boat and fleeing along the river. A few seconds later, a white figure leaps from the window of the end of a silver chain. The black felling's landing is softened by several cloud ribbons surrounding her. Santos the ferryman? The Sargonian ambassador? What's that huge thing Santos is carrying on his back? Don't tell me. You're right, officer. Someone is trying to take advantage of the chaos. Understood. Coordinate the thing and impound that boat. Send someone to follow Kiria Mashayer and bring Santos into custody. The harvest is done. We'll need your help again packing the apples in crates. No problem. You guys helped a lot with the stone for the temple after all. Excuse me. Oh! Santos? Santos? What's the hurry? Is that Titi chasing us after him? Hey, Sanos! Make way! Sanos? The purple man? Is this a race? Where's the finish line? Oh, Titi, go! You can lose to Santos when he has so much stuff on his back, right? No, I can't! Careful with the apples! The Sargonian is persistent, but this is as far as you go. Santos, the river is just ahead. The harp is out of its waterproof packaging. The water will ruin it. I don't need a Sargonian to remind me, not when your people have ruined countless Minoan treasures. Santos! Wait, where's the sound? There's a boat under the pier. He had this carefully planned. It wasn't an impulsive act. No, don't go! As controlled ribbons fly towards the package on Santos' shoulder. The fort instinctively jumps back, places the harp at the stern of the ship. The ribbons wind themselves around his arm, helping Titi jump onto the boat. Santos! It's swaying beneath my feet. We need to clear the air between us. Let's talk about this on dry land, shall we? I have nothing to say to a Sargonian. Let me apologize then. The two keep their eyes fixed on each other, one at the bow, the other at the stern. Santos clutches his sword and starts its motor, while Titi begins to glow with the light of her original arts. Ribbons fly from her clothes, grabbing the harp and pulling it towards the bow. Santos cuts the ribbon, only to find that Titi has closed the distance with the harp. He runs to the bow, causing the boat to tip violently, throwing Titi off balance and interrupting her arts. Both of them reach out desperately to discover the relic is removed, revealing the legendary lost harp in all its glory. Every Minoan has heard the story of Cresseira and her harp, but precious few have seen it with their own eyes. He remains proud and glorious despite the passage of 1,000 years. Sunlight falls on the metallic leaves decorating its pedestal, surrounding it with a gentle glow. The pair fighting over the harp has no time to admire, as they watch the harp's trajectory change less than a second before it hits the ground. Medjehtiqedti has never thought of herself as lucky. The glory of her noble house had long faded away by her father's generation. Her father was obsessed with literature, while her mother, still clinging to all aristocratic habits, showed little interest in spending time with her daughter. Titi spent most of her free time in her father's library, alone. The knowledge she learned there was basic, shallow, but it nevertheless expanded her horizons, and instilled in her a strong sense of curiosity for everything. That was why she saved money to pay for her own studies in museology in Columbia. She was excited but nervous when Padishah Carey appointed her to be the ambassador to Sargon. On one hand, she was drawn to the wonders of Minoan culture and the stories of heroes. On the other hand, she was acutely aware of the challenges that the burden of history presented. The joy that she gained from working with the temple craftsmen, the last vestige of fantasy and daydream in her mind, would be shattered with a falling heart in less than a second. Santos was not so arrogant as to think that his plan to take this heart back from the Sargonian was flawless. He might go to jail or have an Oripathy attack while carrying out the plan. He did not care that he was risking his life on something that would seem so ridiculous to most. To him, the only place where he would find peace was the battle on the border where Itacos went 5 years ago. There was no point in asking the meaning of anything that has happened since. But the trickery of fate is even more cruel than the heroic legends. Santos thought of many ends for himself, but never this one. The precious heart is about to hit the ground, and there is nothing Santos can do about it. Should he be angry, sad, fearful, or simply love his own helplessness? The emotions that fate has impounded have returned to his empty chest. The tall Minoan warrior sees everything flash before his eyes. The breeze of the Delphi Canal brushes against Santos' back, and he has never felt so cold. He cannot help but tremble. He can see the Sargonian woman's face. It is deadly pale. He knows that his own face is the same. We have arrested Santos the ferryman and his apprentice Lycaon on charges of robbery, Your Excellency. I sincerely apologize for the damage you have suffered. I know it's not my place to ask, but can't the damage item be... Thank you for your concern, officer. The item that was damaged was a personal effect and not particularly valuable. It was Santos the ferryman who ferried me across the river when I first came to Athenius. It was simply a minor misunderstanding. You can send the onlookers on their way. Yes, Your Excellency. If you do not intend to pursue this matter any further, then we will take the two suspects and proceed in accordance with the law. You too! Thank you very much for your magnanimity. You don't know how to steer a boat. Grammateus Hecademus can testify to that. You could have gotten off easily. Why put yourself in this situation with me, Lycaon? You instructed me to provide a distraction on the boat, because you know I am a poor liar, Master Santos. I knew about your plan and took action to help you. I must accept responsibility with you. Besides, I don't think that what you did was unreasonable. A personal effect? As if the officer believed that. She saw your courtesy as a way out, so she wouldn't have to persecute her own people. The relic that is at the center of the first cultural exchange between Sargon and Minos since the establishment of diplomatic relations was stolen and damaged during its retrieval. This will be more than enough to start a war if we were in Leitania or Siracusa. I checked the harp. The damage was minor, only a crack on the pedestal. It can be easily repaired by filling and painting over the crack. Under normal circumstances, I will have kept it untouched, but this is what we call extenuating. I can fix it so nothing looks out of place for the exchange ceremony in a few days. You might be descended from Sargonian nobility, but you have inherited none of your ancestors' political acumen. The Minos are entirely at fault here. This is a perfect chance to punish the offenders severely, establish Sargon authority and prestige, and... I know you're proud of your family's military exploits in Minos, Benui Effendi, and to you, this is like revisiting old stomping grounds, in a sense. But times have changed. Padishah Carey appointed us to visit Minos with Kereseida's heart, not to show off Sargonian glory, but to repair the relationship between our two nations. As emissaries of Sargon, our priority is to carry out the exchange ceremony successfully, not our own obsessions and interests. Am I wrong?
よかったわね、ドクター君。
This could have been a lot worse. But yeah, let's stop here. And continue. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Saturday, I don't know. Oh, my back. I need to stretch. It's been 3 hours. So yeah, that's it. That's it for today. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. I have been Arknights Eterna, and this has been Medjehtiqedti Bound, an Arknights event. Please leave a comment, a like, a subscribe, whatever you would like to do. And I hope that you come back next time. That's it. Goodbye. Huh. The music is a banger though.